guys, how you guys doing? Today I am going to talk about Halloween Horror Nights here in Universal Studios Orlando. I'm going to give you my overall experience on the houses and the street experience and just give you my overall opinions of what I thought this year. And I really gotta say, just by the houses and everything, this year was better than last year because last year some of the houses weren't really that scary. They really weren't that impressive. So there were some that were good, but some of them were just like boring or just not that scary or not what you were really expecting. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you the houses in order I went to, and then my dislikes of some of the things handled in the event. The first house I went to was Roanoke. It was based off like this lost village in Virginia, and the people basically went cannibal. And you got to see basically them like cutting people's head off, and then them eating them, burning them, all the crazy stuff. The makeup, I gotta say, was really well done. Some of the scares were really good because when you're walking, obviously you never know when it's gonna pop up, and then when they pop out of you, it was like creepy shit. And then there was one part when like if you look up, there's a guy like trying to grab you, and I didn't see that to be honest because I didn't hear any noises or anything. And then when I actually look up, I'm like, oh shit, look, oh hello. And the lighting, the only issue I have with this house was the lighting because the way the lighting was set up is like I really couldn't see most of them or most of the people that are trying to scare you because most houses where I went to, you can at least see them, but you never know when they're gonna scare you. But with this house, I really couldn't see, and that kind of took me back from the full experience of this house. But other than that, everything else from the house was well done. The next house I went to was a house of dolls, or the toys that your aunt gives you, but you never really use or you find really creepy. Basically, that's what this house is, and that was the creepiest house I went to from all the houses I went to. It had some of the creepiest shit you could see or imagine. Just go if you get a chance to go to this house, you will find reasons why you hate dolls. I'm surprised they didn't do an Annabelle house, to be honest. The next house I went to was Halloween, based on the John Carpenter's Michael Myers. And what I mean based on is basically when you go inside the house, you go through the entire movie. Not like every little scene, literally, but you go to the house where you go to the point where he's a kid, killed his sister, then you go to the point where he's an adult, and then he's killing all the Laurie's friends, and then you get to the end where you get the doctor, and then him shooting Michael Myers. And everything was well done. I really got scared on that one, and got to see all the scenes from the movie, and I was really impressed how much of the movie was put into the house, and I really enjoyed that. And there's a surprise at the very end, which I won't spoil because it was really funny when I saw it happen. The next house I got a chance to go to was Dracula, Untold story based on the movie coming out this October. And that house took me around like 45 minutes to go to because the line was long, but when you're talking to someone, it seems shorter, plus the line is constantly moving. So there's that. And the house was well done. I thought it was really cool, everything that was set up. I don't know if I was scared that much that I remember, but it was really cool the way the house was set up and everything. The props, the makeup, everything was well done in that house. The next house I got a chance to go to was Dusk Till Dawn. It was only 20 minutes, so it was awesome. You basically go to the titty twister bar, you get to see the vampire strippers, and at the very end, you get to see the Gecko brothers, and you get to see the Selma Hayek character where she's dancing all sexy. And at the very end of the house, one of the characters, I think she like left her position to switch with someone else. Whatever the story was, she came out of nowhere. Like she was running behind me. I was like, fuck. I actually went down. And I was scared, and my dad was laughing at me, and I was like, seriously? I didn't see that coming, and I was just mad, because like he's just laughing at me when I got scared, and I'm like, seriously, dude? The next house I went to was Alien versus Predator. This house was really awesome because it set you in a Wayne's Corporation like base in the middle of the forest. At that point, you see a dead predator's body. You get to see like the little spider thing, and then at different points you see the spider again, like popping at like glass or whatever, and then people are like screaming like, "Help me!" And then you hear aliens, and then you see the aliens pop out, predators, and it was like everything was going crazy. There was even a point where you see a woman and you see the alien burst out of her, which I thought was really awesome. And at the end, there's a part where you have to like crawl, and then once you go in kind of to the end, you see an alien pop out of you, and like you're just trying to get out of there. And I thought that was well done, well implemented. I would just wish for that house you could see the predator and alien actually, fighting. But overall, everything else was well done, from the props, makeups, and everything. The lighting and the sound was really also what made the house more scary. Because seriously, when I was hearing the sound, I was like, shit, when it's come out, the fuck! And it was just awesome. I do wish the aliens would have been used more fluid, because some of the mechanics you could see was a bit kind of slow, and the American Werewolf in London had kind of the same technology in the sense of the wolf mechanics, and the wolf moved a bit more smoother, or you don't see him pop up, because the aliens, when you're walking, you see them, and you're just waiting, you're kind of waiting like when it's gonna pop out, and then like he pops up. Well, I wish they have like a door is closed and you don't know there's an alien behind there, and then when it's gonna pop up, open the door, and then boom, there's the alien. But other than that, the house was well done. The houses I didn't get to go to was The Walking Dead, because it was almost an hour long, hour and 45 minutes, and the other one was like the clown one. And then the street experience, I went to The Purge, which was awesome because everything was like from the movie, and then there was one part where I'm walking and I looked back, and then out of nowhere this woman came in front of me. I was like, shit. And the other area I went to was the Face Off from the Sci-Fi Channel. I thought that was really cool, the makeup and the way these characters were set up, because they were different, like horror movie characters. You got one which is like from Children of the Corn, kind of like a scarecrow. Then you got one which is a pirate, one from like France, and the makeup was well done. I don't know, I didn't get scared that much in that area, but I just thought it was really cool. An area I didn't get a chance to go to was like a voodoo area. I did see the props before they all came out, and I thought it would look really cool. Overall, my experience, I really gotta say I enjoyed the houses. I've been going since 2009, and I think this is one of my favorite years of Halloween Horror Nights. And I only have a few complaints. One of them, I think it's really only one complaint, is that the Fast Pass. If you've been to Universal Studios, there's a thing called Fast Pass where you can just skip the lines, and you basically don't have to do all the long lines in the rides. But they have also something like that for Halloween Horror Nights, where you can skip the long lines in the houses. The only problem with that is the tickets are freaking expensive, like $70, $80, almost like $100 just to skip the lines. The problem with that is once you go skip the entire line, the houses rarely don't take that long to go through, maybe 5-6 minutes roughly. And if you have that pass and you go through all the houses, then what? You basically skip all the fun of staying in line, because the lines aren't that bad in some way. Sure, you're standing up a long time, but if you have someone like your best friend, or like maybe in your family, you have someone to talk to during the wait, and it's not that bad. And during the waits in the lines, I saw people playing the charades game, and a bunch of them were going like crazy. Oh, it's this, it's from this movie. He was in this movie, and you really got to see the people. They didn't really care much about the lines. They were just enjoying their time. With the Fast Pass, you get to basically, let's say, all the houses, and let's say it's not even an hour after Halloween Horror Night opens, and like, okay, what do we do now? You went through all the houses, now what do you do? So that's why I think it's a waste of money the Fast Pass, but that's just my opinion. If you want to buy it, go for it. And uh, advice if you're going to Halloween Horror Nights here in Orlando, get there early. Not just because of the parking and everything. It's just that the houses get filled up really quick. Like can be an hour, even 2 hours long. So I recommend going to the houses early and plan which one you want to go to the most, and then try to see if you can get to all of them. And if not, try to see if you can get to at least the ones you really want to. And another tip is The Walking Dead. If you do go early, The Walking Dead is an open kind of house. Like it's like outdoors. It's not inside the buildings like the other houses. So I would recommend waiting until it's more night to go to the Walking Dead one, because otherwise you really won't get the full experience in that house. So guys, I want to thank you for watching, and I also want to ask you, what has been your favorite Halloween Horror Nights? Comment below, and also let me know what you guys think of this year's Halloween Horror Nights. And also, I want to show you guys, I just recently bought Transformers Age of Extinction, and in there, I got 2 digital codes, and I'm gonna see if I can use one for like 2, because it offers iTunes and Ultraviolet, so I'm gonna see if I can use the same code for both of them. And if I do, I'm gonna leave this one for you guys on a Twitter contest. So I'm gonna leave a tweet on Twitter, and then just retweet it for a chance to win this code if this code is if I can use it for both accounts. So I'm gonna set a contest on Twitter. So just retweet the tweet I'm gonna post for a chance to win a free digital copy for Transformers Age of Extinction. So thank you guys for watching, and remember to join the order.